Goober, and I'm going to try to make that update video, but I'm going to try to make it quick. So here we go. Might be a little longer. First things first, I want to talk about a goal that I'm working towards. That goal is to move out before the end of 2026. I set that roughly in November of last year, and I told myself that I wanted to move out before like December 31st. And I do think that's possible if it was the only thing that I was trying to achieve. However, I am considering moving that goalpost to June of 2027. While I don't intend to take all that time, it would be nice to just give myself a little bit of extra time. Point being, to move out, I'm going to need a full-time job. All I have currently is a nice and easy part-time job, but it's not enough. So depending on how long it takes me to get a full-time job and to get that rolling, it could really make it difficult to move out before the end of the year. But that's not all. Another thing is I would like to make two purchases and save up for a few different things. Firstly, I need a new phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy S27. That's not even a thing. I meant to say a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, not S27. I don't even think that number is out. I think that's the next one or something. I don't know. I haven't kept up with phones. Um, Point being, my device is outdated and slowly but surely I am being left behind more and more from different services as they are no longer providing, well, service to my device and its iOS. Is that the right term? It's like operating system. Um, it's not supporting the version, and so, you know, more and more things are leaving me behind, and I need to keep up with it. So I'm going to try to get a new phone. Luckily, within reason, I can get a new phone probably in the next two paychecks. So that'll be nice to get that sorted. But the next purchase I want to make is a really nice computer. I want it for three reasons. The first reason, I would like to potentially pursue streaming, and so I would need something that could handle playing a game and streaming at the same time. And then I'd also like to potentially pursue game development. And in order to do that, if I'm understanding correctly, having a nice PC would be potentially very beneficial for that endeavor. And then lastly, yeah, I want a nice PC. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I want to be able to enjoy things at a high quality, both video and gaming. So I'm not going to try to sidestep that. I do just want a nice PC. So I want to put a hefty budget towards that, and due to that, it'll take me a little while to save up for. So, yeah. I mentioned other savings goals. I have a few. The first savings goal is to have 3 months of payments covered. Let's say for whatever reason, I just magically lose my job. I want to have at least 3 months of like everything covered from bills to food, all that. So that way, if I do have some freak accident like that, I'm covered. I'm a-okay. I have 3 months of cushion to hopefully figure out my next steps. And then I have another savings goal, which is to have at least $1,000 put aside for an emergency fund. So should anything come up, maybe a car check engine light comes on and I really got to put some money towards it, or I break a leg and don't have the money to cover that. I would like to have at least some sort of cushion. So yeah, and then before I move out, I probably need to get my first and last month payments in, as well as a security deposit, and then there's probably a few other payments that I'm not even thinking about. So yeah, I'll have to make sure that everything's covered and whatnot. And that's why I feel as though it might be a more responsible decision to try and move out before the end of June in 2027. I think that extra 6 months would absolutely be perfectly uh, enough for me. So, yeah. That's kind of my check-in. And the reason that I've put so much emphasis on moving out is because I feel pretty stunted here. I don't want to get into all the details because I don't even understand myself well enough to truly know why I'm like this. But being here, surrounded by my family, and really just being surrounded by people in general, I just want to be alone. I just feel stuck. But if I was alone, I know I'd feel unshackled. And I do feel that way even when I'm home alone. Very rarely here, I am so much happier. Just like my average neutral happiness comes back when I'm alone. It's great. So I'd like to take advantage of that. And moving out would be the absolute best course. And it's why I've put so much emphasis on it because there's a lot that I want to do. And it really all rides on me moving out to get started. I know I could start now, but I my brain is a very uniquely wired one, so I struggle with that. But yeah, that's kind of my quick check-in. So, with that being said, I'm going to end that here. Good night, and good luck. Hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.